Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? How y'all doing? You know who this is, the real one, always 100, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you with the MLB main slate video. Hopefully you guys cashed like we did. Baseball's just so easy for me, man. I'm just like on it this year. It hasn't always been this easy, but took another W today. Yeah, I mean, very high scoring slate, as you all know. Lots of home runs, not just in Coors Field, but the A's and the Angels game was just crazy. But still, you watched yesterday's video, talked about Asul Cabrera, top scorer of the slate, guys. Washington scored like two touchdowns. Well, let me just show you. Let me show you what we did today. These are the lineups I dropped for the club. Got a 209 on the after hours slate. Came in 295th. And again, guys, I only play one lineup. One. So not too bad. Got a 182 here in the late night. One lineup. One lineup. These aren't single entry GPPs either. Got a 214. That's one of my highest scores I've ever gotten, I think. 29th out of 1,340th. So not too bad, right? DraftKings came in the top 20, top 13, got a 147 here. I had Chapman and Trout, so you could imagine, and Otani. And then this one was a main slate 128. NBC 2235 says that Nightline saved my life. Very nice, man. Very nice. Bagwell. That's what's up. Came in 12th. Yes, guys. If I'm talking about www.dfsclub.com, guys. You want lineups? You want this advice, this cheat sheets, you name it, guys. Stacking, we got you covered. You got DFS space. You got myself, Skywalker DFS, and the DFS Whisperers. You get every single sport, every team. We're gonna play KBO here in about 2 hours. Um, you get KBO, NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, MMA, WNBA, guys. Got a huge MMA card this weekend. I cannot wait for that fight. Click the join now button. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And again, we are the cheapest in the industry, guys. And we just did that on, we love it. We love it. You know, we love having this great community we have. Welcome again to all the new members. Pick your plan. Cheapest in the industry right now. Our gold plan is popping. It's everyone's gearing up for NFL. I think is what it is. You pay for 6 months, you get 6 months for free. 25 a month. We have the 3-day passes. Come get it, guys. I show you every single night. I've lost 3 times this year. Out of how many days? I don't even know how many days we're in. I think we're in pretty deep in this season, so not too bad. www.dfsclub.com, guys. Get that NFL money. Build up your bankrolls. Let's go. All right, so another Coors Field slate. It didn't disappoint today, so let's get into it. You just had to get it just right. So let's go to pitchers. So the top option obviously is Matt Scherzer going up against the Mets. The Mets, I have friends that are Mets fans, so no offense, but not having the best year. So Scherzer is definitely a lock for me. Especially at the 10-8 price, I'll take it. I'll pay it, no problem. Ross Stripling's an okay option going up against San Diego. They're just so. I mean, even Tatis only got like a hit today, 3 fantasy points. They're not the most dangerous offense, so Ross Stripling. I mean, he hasn't been dominant. He had one dominant game, that 29, 10, and then the 18. I don't know, but for 7-9, I think that's one of the best bangs for your buck there. Then you got Martin Perez. I keep talking about him, guys. 19 fantasy points in his last 2 games. He's only 6-1, going up against Tampa Bay. Then you got a risky one here. Dylan Bundy, going up against my Oakland Athletics, who lost in the last inning. No, the 8th inning. But still, what was it, 9-8? Still a high-scoring game. Dylan Bundy will be facing a red-hot Oakland Athletics lineup. That's the only thing that bothers me. If it was against anybody else, I mean, he's coming off a 42-point fantasy game. He's 9-7. So if I'm going to pay 9-7, I'm just going to go to Scherzer. So, But if you want to be different and you want to fade the Scherzer chalk, you can go Dylan Bundy against a red hot A's lineup, though. Keep that in the back of your mind. Next up, John Lester's not too bad for 9-2, but again, I'd probably pay up for Scherzer because it is a Coors Field game, so you will need to pay up for some bats. 17, 16, 14. So, hey, I mean, for 9-2, you can get a 17 fantasy point game from a minimal price pitcher. We do it every day. Marco Gonzalez, I really like at 6.6K. Against Texas, that doesn't score a lot of runs. Pitcher-friendly park. 28, 26 fantasy points in his last two, guys. So get him in there. I love that price. Marco Gonzalez from Seattle. You just got to hope he gets the run support. Like tonight would have been nice. Like Seattle scored, was it 9 or 10 runs tonight? Josh Lindblom's not bad at 5'8". This is what I'm talking about. So 5'8", you're getting a pitcher here going up against Minnesota. 22 and 11 fantasy points in his last two games for 5'8". Against, I know it's the Twins, but the Twins haven't been knocking anybody's socks off lately. You know what I'm saying? So Josh Lindblom at 5'8" is definitely worth a peek. And this man was part of my takedown. Tuki Toussaint at 8.1K going up against those Yankees, though. That's the only thing that scares me. So it's risky. When I played him, he was about $3,000 cheaper. So 25.15 his last two. They jacked his price way up, way up. So use with precaution against the Yankees. Tuki Toussaint, I think he has a great future in the league, guys. All right, so let's go to first base. All right, so you got Yuli Gurriel. He makes the video again. Didn't have a bad, but didn't have a good slate, especially when his team scored so many runs. You figured he would at least got a home run. That would have put me in that one lineup. That would have put me in well contention of a takedown. Going up versus Anderson, he's 2 for 5, 1 double, 1 home run. At 4-3, yes sir, get him in there. Next up, coming off a big game, Shohei Ohtani. Guess what? He's 4-7. He's going up against Mike Fiers. He loves to go up against Mike Fiers. His OPS versus righties is 868. He crushes righties. But Fiers, he's 6 for 11, 4 singles, 2 doubles. So Shohei Ohtani, get him in there. Next up, some Coors Field action. You got Christian Walker, only 4-6. Any Coors Field action, as you saw the Diamondbacks put up some runs today, you just had to get them just right. So anybody, I mean, he bats 4th on the lineup too. So 4-6, going up against Freeland. He does have a home run against him. Get him in there. Let's see here. Ryan McMahon, 4-9. So any Coors Field action, and they're like the top 6 of the lineups, is okay. It's good. Good bang for your buck. McMahon's 1 for 2 against Zach Gallen, guys. Get him in there at 4-9. Normally back about 6th in the order. All right, so let's go to second base. All right, so Coors Field, 5-2. Marte's in play. I do like his history against Freeland. 7 for 22, 4 singles, 2 doubles, 1 home run. So hopefully they'll be flying out of the park again. He normally leads off too, so that's always an advantage. Leadoff hitters get more at bats. You know, it's plain and simple. Marte at 5-2, get him in there. Mick Mahan. Then we got Ruggin Odor, 4-5. Now against Gonzalez, he's 8 for 20, 6 singles, 2 doubles, no home runs, but 4-5. Odor, he crushes lefties as it is. So definitely worth a look definitely for GPPs if you want to take a shot at 4-5. Okay, Odor can break a slate, guys. We've seen it before. Let's go to third base. Nolan Arenado goes without saying. He's 6'2". Going up versus Gallen, he's 2 for 5. That's a 400 batting average. I wish he was going up against a lefty, but 6'2", I think that's still cheaper than what he was last slate. So Nolan Arenado, definitely get him in there. Alex Bregman, if you want to be different. So Houston's offense is heating up, as you saw from tonight's slate.
Going up versus Anderson, he's 2 for 4, 1 double, 1 home run. Going up against a lefty, I mean, it's the perfect storm. Alex Bregman at 5'8". Get him in there, especially GPPs. He'll be low owned. Coors Field's just going to take in all the ownership. Next up, my man. I told you guys to play him, and hopefully you did. Matt Chapman. He got 64 fantasy points on FanDuel tonight. 2 home runs, a triple. God knows what else. 10, 19, 21, and then 60-something fantasy points in his last 4 games, guys. I don't care who he's going up against. He's going up against Bundy, but he's just seen the ball way too well, guys. At 5-1, especially like in a night slate, I like to play every slate. So I'll play one lineup, and the main slate I'll do 2, maybe 3, most of the time 2. But like the turbos, the nights, one lineup. That's when you can play like the Chapmans. You can get off these Coors Field people. So this video pretty much covers everybody. So if you're playing the turbos, the late slates, Express 2 on FanDuel, after hours, Matt Chapman's got to be in there, guys, at 5-1. Next up, Eduardo Escobar. He's only 3.9. 3.9. He bats third in this Arizona lineup. Going up versus Freeland. He does have a home run against him. 4 singles, 1 home run. He's 5 for 21. Escobar at 3.9 for Coors Field. Get him in there, guys. Let's go. Let's go to shortstop. Okay, so Trevor Story, cash games especially, get him in there. GPPs, not so much. He did get a home run last night. It's the next day, technically, 12:30 in the morning. Only has 5 at-bats against Gallen, 1 single, but Trevor Story's seen the ball really good this year. Get him in there at 6-1. And then we got my man. He's allowed to have a bad game. Tatis, Fernando Tatis. Now, I know you caused me a takedown today, but it's okay. I forgive you. 5'8" versus Stripling, guys. He's 3 for 5. 2 home runs against Stripling. 3 for 5. 2 home runs. Tatis, again, those night slates, or if you just want to pivot off of Coors Field, let's say, it's like a 2-1 ball game. It could happen. You'll be sitting nice while Tatis has 2 home runs. All right, so you want to be different. That's definitely a way to go right there. Next up, Nick Ahmed. Another Coors Field player here, but not just that. He does bat 7th. He's only 4K. These Arizona guys are priced so cheap, guys. Freeland, he's 7 for 21. That's a 333 batting average, but not just that. He has 3 doubles, 2 home runs. Nick Ahmed, get him in there at 4K, guys. That's way too cheap for Coors. Next up, David Fletcher, 4-5, going up against Fiers. Mike Fiers doesn't pitch well on the road. He pitches great at home, but just not on the road. Fletcher, 7 for 11. That's lucky, but that's a 636 batting average. 7 singles, guys. Fletcher's not going to hit home runs. He just doesn't do that. But what he does do is hit a lot of singles. He gets doubles. He might steal a base or 2. And he's the leadoff hitter for the Angels. Get him in there. With that record against Fiers, batting 636 at 4-5, yeah, get him in there. Next up, coming off a hot game, D.D. Gregorius, guys. He's just been quietly tearing it up. 20-0-15 in his last 3, and then today, they didn't add today's slate on there. He got, I think, 20-something more fantasy points. He's only 4-3. He bats 5th for Philly. Lifetime against Cobb. Corn on the cob. He's 3 for 7. 3 singles, guys. Bats 5th. Get some D.D. Gregorius in there. All right, so let's go to outfield. Okay, so Charlie Blackmon does make the list again. The list, I wish he would have got a home run, although he did have a good game. He went like 3 for 4, but just no home runs. But still, Charlie Blackmon, 6K. Against Gallen, he's 4 for 6, 2 singles, 2 doubles. So look for another big game out of Charlie Blackmon at 6K. Next up, Ronald Acuna Matata at 5-6. 1 for 1 against Montgomery, guys. Worth a shot here, worth a stab.
Mainly in turbo slates, guys, shit like that. If you want to put him on the main slate and be different, you can definitely go there. He is the leadoff hitter for the Atlanta Braves. Next up, Juan Soto. Maybe Washington might score 15 runs again. If they do, you're definitely going to want Juan Soto. He's been on fire lately. 19 and 30 in his last two. Going up against Porcello, he's 3 for 5. That's a 600 batting average, ladies and gentlemen. 2 singles, 1 double. Juan Soto, get him in there. Next up, Joey Gallo is only 4-6. Against Gonzalez, he's 5 for 15. That's a 333 batting average, but 2 home runs. I do like that. 3 singles. Joey Gallo is always dangerous. I've seen it too many of time where he's single-handedly broken a slate. So, very dangerous. He has a 100 draft dashboard ranking, which is the best, the highest. So, Joey Gallo's sneaky at 4-6. Next up, Michael Conforto at 3-5. Now, the only player I can find on this whole roster that has any good history against Scherzer. Scherzer's a righty. He crushes righties. He's 11 for 35. That's a 314 batting average. But not just the average, but he has 4 home runs off of Scherzer. So if Scherzer gives up a run or two, guess what? It's going to be off the bat of Conforto. At 3-5, get him in there. Then next up, we got Mike Trout, guys. 6-1. Late slate, turbo slates, main slates, get him in there. Against Fires, 12 for 31. That's a 387 batting average, guys. 5 home runs, 4 doubles, 3 singles. He just had that new baby. He's inspired. Get him in there, guys, at 6.1K. Next up, Sterling Marte is okay, I guess, for 4.9. He's getting up there in age. He's lost some power in his bat. Didn't have a great game tonight, but anybody playing at Coors, bats second in the lineup and is under 5K is always in play. All right, we already went over Shohei. God, I hope Shohei Ohtani doesn't try and pitch again. That was fucking embarrassing. Next up, Famil Reyes. I call him Familiar Reyes. 4-1. Look at this, guys. He's having a good season, but look at this. Against Leicester, he's 4 for 5. That's an 800 batting average. 3 singles, 1 home run, guys. Get yourself some Familiar Reyes at 4.1K. You got value, tons of value. We got Adam Eaton here at 3-5. Eaton versus Porcello is 7 for 18. A nice little Washington stack does not look bad. 3 singles, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, guys. You know Adam Eaton comes with that power, so get him in there at 3-5. We're getting to the value now. Hunter Renfroe, 3-3. Bats 5th for Tampa Bay. Going up versus Perez, 1 single, 1 home run. 3-3, get him in there. 5th in the batting order. 1-3-5, guys, remember that. Chris Davis is worth a shot in a GPP, worth a long shot. Against Dylan Bundy, King Kong Bundy's son, he's got 3 home runs off him out of 16 at-bats, batting 375. Chris Davis isn't hitting much home runs anymore. He just doesn't. But against Dylan Bundy, he has 3. So, low-owned Chris Davis at 4-4, worth a shot. Next up, David Peralta, Coors Field, 3-9. Right? I know he's getting up there too, but he's 5 for 15 against Freeland. He does have a home run against him, 3 singles, 1 double. So David Peralta, very interesting at 3-9. These Diamondbacks are going to be low owned, which I don't get because they're so cheap. Next up, you got Will Myers here. He's just so hit and miss, but going up against Ross Stripling, he's 7 for 16, batting 438, 5 singles, 2 doubles, guys. So Will Myers, I almost said Ross Stripling. Get him in there at 3-4. Last but not least, my man, he got a stolen base tonight. He crushed that price tag. Look for him to do it again. Robbie Grossman from the Oakland Athletics is only 2-7. 2-7. 21, 22, and then he got 15 fantasy points tonight? Get him in there, guys. The dude's a beast, and 2-7's just disrespectful. Disrespectful. All right, guys, so I'm going to give Schroeder tonight the night off. Or do you guys want to see Schroeder? You guys want to see Schroeder? All right. Let me grab that little rascal. All right. I was going to give you the night off, but hey, buddy, I didn't want to speak for you. I didn't see you, but here he is in the flesh, Schroeder Skywalker. So Schroeder's going to give us his 3 home run calls, and you can take those to the bank. This cat right here is better at calling home runs than anybody on YouTube, hands down. All right, Schroeder. So he's already looking at the player pool, as you can see. All right, Schroeder. So let's go on this side so you can whisper in my ear or you can talk. It's entirely up to you, buddy. Who's going to get that first home run? All right, go ahead and look again. Attaboy. Okay. Who do you got? Oh, Mike Trout. Why am I not surprised? Okay. So Schroeder says Mike Trout's going to get one. All right, Schroeder. So take another look. Who do you got for your second home run pick? Who do you got? Okay. Oh, really? Even I can hear it even over the purring. That's amazing. Schroeder says Charlie Blackmon's going to get one. Wow. Okay. I like it. We're on the same page here. We're on the same page. All right, Schroeder. So who's going to break the slate? Who's going to get us 2 home runs? Who do you got as your double dong home run call? Who do you got? Okay. You're going to go out and, ooh, really? All right. Schroeder's going to go out on a limb, and I like it. I like when he takes shots like that, but he's looking right at him right now. Schroeder says Ronald Acuna Matata is going to get 2 home runs. Are you sure it's because he's on the Lion King? All right. So that's it for Schroeder's picks. You heard it here first. He gave you his 3 home run calls, guys. And by the way, this is Draft Dashboard. It's only $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below, and you yourself can have Draft Dashboard. You get access to all my saved lineups, all my watch players, the MLB cheat sheet, because if you can't win, cheat. It's got the best top studs, top mid-tier, top value, and best home run hitters for the slate, guys. Again, $1 for 30 days. And don't forget, come join the family, for Christ's sakes. We win. That's all we do is win, win. And thanks for telling me in the comments who that rapper was. I appreciate it. www.dfsclub.com. Come join the family. A great community, a friendly community. There's none out there like it. And the largest community. So, with that said, let's say our prayer for another profitable night. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your pets. God bless your neighbors if you like them. Where we go one, we go all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. Absolutely nobody. Because Schroeder and we are out. I love you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I do daily MLB and NBA videos, guys. Take care.